Welcome back to Mountain Bike Adrenaline / Hill Bike Boredom. I'm still not sure if I want to fully commit to that second title, but we're going to go into challenge mode and check it out. Test your concentration on precision on trails. Focusing.
Focusing, yes.
They had a typo on the main menu. Yeah, they had a typo on one of the loading screens, but they have a typo on the main menu. I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's why it was only $20.
Yeah, literally no. That's why it was made for $20.
You're right. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Are you gonna put a helmet on?
Yes, I'm going to put the helmet that we got. That does nothing. That does nothing.
Alan was actually joking when he tried playing this game, and he tried playing it, and then he couldn't.
To avoid losing speed, avoid obstacles as much as possible.
No shit. You're not a ghost. Like, no shit.
Get behind cover.
Yeah, if you're taking Alan was trying, and he, for a second I was thinking, oh god, I said his name. Good thing I spelled it differently. Yeah. So
all right, I'm gonna take over if you can.
No, so he was trying it out, and he couldn't do it. He took the game out, and he said, I know we talked about maybe me playing this game, which we had behind the scenes talked about, and he said, once I take this game out of my PS2, it's not going back in, period. I'm not gonna let it. And I agree with him. Yeah, that was a good choice. Yeah.
So
put the suffering on you.
So yeah, the dexterity events are also like get from gate to gate that kind of focus on the trails, and also there's no like resetting in dexterity things. That wasn't me hitting the select button. If you go off the path, you get taken back to the start. I mean the events aren't that long. They're just like 40 seconds to a minute. But the game like is ridiculously strict about gravity.
Right, it's not strict about physics. Strict fatal fall?
Yeah, fatal fall.
You died.
But the game is really strict about keeping you on the intended path. Alan was watching me, and like in one of these events, when I was on the ground, you see those red cones that are like the path. I slightly went out of the red cones, and it reset me back to the start. Like I was thinking about the right word to use, and I've never been able to call a game this before. But this game is petty.
Really?
It is petty. It is like, it's just stuck up. It's like
what a bitch.
What a bitch. Why'd you go 1 foot off the trail? And so yeah, these races are ridiculously strict. And I guess the one good thing to say about that is that if you get to the end, you're gonna be 15 seconds ahead of gold, like pretty much every time.
Okay.
Like amazing, you beat the objective by 19 seconds. Yeah, I mean, since you literally can't fuck up without having to go back to the start, you're not gonna really have a bad event. I guess you could have a slow event, but still, and
yeah.
So yeah, precision and control, you know, what I want for my extreme sports games. I mean, check this out, but
oh, and I love this music.
But then, like, yeah, concentration mode has its points. Concentration mode does have its points, because, like, without concentration mode, you'd be going way too fast down that. And I mean, I guess I know the answer to this stuff is, just go slower. But, I mean, I hate it when games, like, tell you to do that, and they're right. I don't.
I think you phrased that wrong. I think what you mean is
tell me how to say it without saying like, I hate when games try to tell me lessons and I don't want to adhere to them.
I think what you mean is I hate when games make you be really deliberate about something that could be done better by someone else. Some other developer could have made this wrong way. I fuck you, yeah.
But yeah, fuck this beam. But so what were you gonna say?
You know, like a different developer could have made this game more fun with some kind of, I don't know, balancing mechanic, like, you know, they've been doing since fucking forever.
Yeah.
Fucking forever.
I don't know,
this game could have been generic, and instead of being generic, it's boring and irritating.
It's really technical. It's expecting you to be able to balance on things, you know, because standing about 30 feet behind your guy holding 2 joysticks is the same as, being on a mountain bike and pretty much inches from the thing you're balancing on, being able to look down and, manage your legs.
Now, keep in mind, that is not us saying that this game should have come with a peripheral. As funny as that would have been.
No, I was just saying that
it just sucks.
Amazing, you beat the objective by 17 seconds.
Right, like when you win, you win.
Like, it's not even like with the concentration, it's not even like you slow down, but the timer keeps going. The timer slows down as well, so,
right.
No
loss.
With how fast it goes, with how fast it recharges.
Okay, I said no loss, but what I meant was the only thing you lose is your real world time. What?
Oh, real world time, yes.
Yeah, like the time you spend in real life doing.
I guess if you were doing one of those real-time attack, get through the games as fast as possible in real time, you'd want to stay away from concentration mode. But
no,
for the sake of getting this game done,
you're living your life, and you really don't want to spend your time doing this.
Oh yeah. Life's too short to be playing hill bike boredom.
Yeah, hill bike.
Yeah,
boredom.
really. Let me just tell everyone that my life, I've already given up on it.
Right.
All right, I've been playing hill bike boredom, and I
I
feel like you should Photoshop the front of Mountain Bike Adrenaline to be hill bike boredom now.
Okay.
And then put the church rabbit on that. Okay, that's.
You don't have the cover with you, right?
I do have the cover with me.
No, I mean like right here at the table.
I can go get it.
No, don't worry about it. I'll just take a look at it later.
You can entertain the masses.
I don't know if I have the skill to edit. Yeah, the tens of.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole ones of people who care when I post on anything. And that one is you.
But alright, let me go into concentration mode. Let me ride across that wooden beam. I think it was here. I think I went like slightly out of the
path.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not like you can just back up.
Right, like
restart.
Oh yeah, your guy's totally incapable of backing up.
Oh yeah. In this game, you can't back up.
Yeah,
for some reason.
He doesn't know. There are some people who just aren't ambi-turners. He's just not capable.
He's not ambi-turner.
He's not an ambi-turner. Well, he is an ambi-turner. He's not a. I don't know. What would the word be?
He can't both move forward and backwards, so he's like an ambi-direction.
No. He would be the opposite of it. He would be a not. Everybody else can move forward and backwards.
Yeah.
And they would be ambi-directional or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But he's.
You like the way I'm hanging.
Okay, look.
You like the way I'm hanging.
He can't go backwards, but he can defy physics.
Yes.
So I would say that's quite a superpower. That is not at all a bargain bin superpower.
Earlier in the episode, I was hovering there in midair next to one of the, I guess they're called jetties. I guess
is
these
that what
are
they're called?
Well, it said watch out for rocks and wooden jetties, and I guess these are the wooden jetties.
I'm gonna call them jellies. I
don't mountain bike. I don't bike. I don't even walk.
Right. He just sits in his wheelchair and pushes himself around.
No, you push me around.
Sometimes his nurse pushes him around.
Yeah. But
he doesn't actually have a wheelchair.
So I mean, what else?
If any of our viewers have wheelchairs, then
what else can be said? I mean, this is first impressions for you. You never saw me doing any of these events before.
You gotta say the tricking thing looked really stupid.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. It was just do the 6 tricks.
Yeah, that looked really stupid because there are 4 tricks in the game and then 4 half tricks in the game.
Yeah.
And then you can turn.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, you did 200% of a trick, could you do, like, a double trick?
We were talking about how you could do more than 100% of a trick, and here's what I think it would look like. Okay, so a half Superman would be like, you start to get your legs off the bike, and then you put your legs back on the bike, and, you didn't do a Superman. You just took your legs off the bike. And then it'd be like a no-footer, actually. But, a full 100% Superman. You've got your legs extended, and you're holding the bike out in front of you, and then you bring it back together, and you get back on your bike by the time you're on the ground again. What an 150% to a 200% Superman to me would look like is first you extend your legs, then you release the bike, then you fall on your face. And then you do a move that I've patented when I tried skateboarding called the face grind. It's where you kick the board out from underneath you, send it flying, and then grind your nose on the concrete.
Yeah. See, I was thinking that maybe there could be a game that could do a system like that well. What this game does, what this game does well. I mean, not
this game does nothing well. That's all, folks.
What this game does, for the people we haven't explained it to, is that when you do tricks, your guy starts, and then you can, like, stop it, and then you can glitch into a rock, and then...
just do whatever you want.
If you do a trick, but then release it quickly, it's called, like, a half trick, and in this case, half trick means anything under 100%. Like...
No, that's not true, because sometimes it'll say you did a 90 turn, or a Superman.
No, but I'm saying when I do one of the, like, 4 tricks you can do.
Yeah. No, I'm saying sometimes it'll say, like, you did a Superman, and you will have done a Superman 89%. I think it's when you're 50% or less, it considers it a half trick.
But, so what I'm getting at is, like, so you start a trick, and if you stop it early, you get a half trick. If you let it play out 100% or above, you get a full trick. Yeah, a trick. And then if you just hold it, then the percentage just goes up and your guy just stays there.
Right.
See, what I was thinking, like, some other like extreme sports game that wanted to do a mechanic like that could do it where...
Monster Jump.
Could do it, yeah, where there's half tricks, there's whole tricks, and then once you get up to like 150%, your guy starts doing a cool like Uber trick.
Right, like he could be doing
like SSX style.
A new trick, and like, you know, it could be like he's going for a Superman, and then like maybe while you're doing it, if you get to 200% Superman, he takes his hands off the bike too, and he does something cool like that, and then brings it all back together.
Like you start out with a no-footer, then you go into a Superman, then he releases his hands, then he, I don't know, like does something wild. He grabs the back of the bike and they
does a spin
barrel rolling around.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But then nobody apparently on this team had any ambition, so. See, that was a full trick. Wow, you did exactly 100% on that one.
Yeah.
That one's awesome. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you noticed, I've gotten the timing down pretty good. Like when it said earlier.
Timing,
all right
there.
That's what I'm talking about. I fell off the thing. Right. It just said wrong way immediately and reset me. But
you had to be... I don't know. This game is fucking stupid. Oh, shit.
I guess it does say full trick. I always thought it just said...
I thought it just said the trick name, but I guess full trick.
Alright.
Well, see, that's how people really turn.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't put their feet on the ground and pick the bike up and turn. They have to jump into the air. They don't never turn. Is it me or is the ground morphing under me here?
It looks like the textures keep changing.
Yeah.
It's like they have a texture for like when you're far away, so they don't have to load the really, really detailed textures when you're, but then like it loads in when you're like a foot away, so it's really obvious that
it's not like textures. It got clearer, it just
got different.
Changed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Amazing, you beat the objective by 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
oh god. Wheelie 1.
Wheelie 1 challenge, and the rider Alex is now available.
Okay, have you tried any of the other riders?
No. Okay. I mean, you only have the 2 at the beginning.
Right.
Whose stats differ by 1 thing in, like, resistance or something.
Right, we don't really know what that means.
So, wheelie events are kind of special, I guess.
Oh my god, that looks kind of crazy.
If you just wheelie forward, well, you're gonna see you don't get very many points at all, and
you just have to swing all over the place.
Yeah, like you are 1,200 points because it's not about wheeling and now the game kind of thinks like an extreme sports game, and it's not about wheeling through the thing, it's about how long you can wheelie. So the way to win is to just wheelie, and there's a way to break the game, like kind of. Like you notice that my balance bar isn't changing at all. If I hold back completely and then just press X over and over, that's why my guy's seizuring. I just press X over and over. If I do that fast enough, the balance bar doesn't change at all.
Do anything. You just cancel each other out.
The balance bar waits a second to really start, so you just bump.
That's beautiful.
So I can't wait to get like 20. I can't wait to have no problem at all with the rest of those challenges.
Wow, you're totally chasing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you like some cheese with this game?
Like, Tinker would eat this thing like a pizza.
Yeah.
He has really crappy taste.
Yeah.
I hope he's listening.
What do you think Tinker's performance on this game would be?
It would involve a lot of screaming.
How would he do?
It would involve a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
And then
cursing
and throwing the game away.
And
so I would say he'd do pretty well by throwing this game away.
Yeah.
Snap, 100%.
Me, unfortunately, am a glutton for punishment, and someone in my thread mentioned that I seem to have the superpower of taking, bad games and making them almost look decent. And yeah, I gotta say, I've played this game for like an hour by this point, and
total game time.
I look like I know what I'm doing, kind of.
And of course, you still have to enter things too.
I mean, even
exit.
Even a normal, not great but normal game would make competent play make the game
moderately,
look fun.
Yeah.
But this game, competent play still makes it look kind of boring, if you ask me.
Oh God, this
so
game.
That's
so.
I love how I've completed 1 of 4 tracks for both things, but I'm only 23% done with stopwatch mode. Like,
maybe they have more than 6 on some of them. But
well,
I don't know why they would do that.
We'll see in episodes 3 and 4, the Alps. That's what it was, right?
Yeah. Which is probably, I'm guessing, going to look just like the Rocky Mountains.
I mean, you saw like
more snow.
You saw like a little picture preview.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can see there.
I wonder if that's actually the map. Or if that's just a picture.
Can't tell like any details.
Right, no,
if that's the map.
Right.
Also, I love these oh yeah. And so to unlock the next levels, we got to get like 25% of the game done, 40%. But I'm hoping that means I don't have to go into arcade mode.
Shit.
Because again, I don't really want to go. I don't know. Maybe they don't expect you to get all golds.
Well, here.
I'm already 17% of the way in, and I haven't even touched the Alps yet. If I double that, that's 34. I'll get Hawaii, no problem.
Yeah. I don't know. If you have to do the arcade, you can either record it or not. I don't think anybody's gonna care. Because the people have seen the arcade in the episode 0.
Yeah.
And even though we weren't playing at our peak,
best.
It's still boring as shit once you know what you're doing. So if you guys want to see arcade and we have to do it, we will let you know that we have to, but we don't want to do it. So if you guys want us to do it,
then no.
Yeah, just consider that a no.
No, thanks, bye.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
I'm still considering my original plan of back when I thought Mountain Bike Adrenaline would suck. Well, I mean, it does suck, but when I thought it would be absolutely unbearable to play. Instead, I can kind of turn my brain off when I have to go record. Right. But I'm still kind of thinking maybe starting up another game at the same time. Maybe trying to do a more fun game. Like, again, Evolution Skateboarding that had some things that we were definitely looking forward to.
Somebody said, and I don't remember playing... I don't remember how much I enjoyed it because I wasn't a big extreme sports fan, but Evolution Skateboarding was like Tony Hawk, only with like wonky controls and a fucked up trick system. So
really?
You might
I've never played it. All I know is
I've heard that it's really
all I know is
wonky.
That it either had like
and then the MGS2 demo thing,
it's like how some games are advertised because it's like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 demo within.
Right.
I think those are even better than the games that advertise first off which brands that it has. Because
sometimes those work. Sometimes, I mean, maybe not demos, but with the betas sometimes. But for the most part, it's like when it's got a demo for a different game by the same publisher, it's a totally different genre.
Yeah.
Like what game had the Resident Evil 5 demo in it?
I don't know, but like
I can't remember. It was some totally different.
The original
thing.
Zone of the Enders had, I think, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Right, like totally.
No one gave a shit about.
Right, nobody gave a shit. So, well, anyways, kids have fun.
Have fun. We'll see you in the Alps.
Yeah, and if you guys hate it, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you.